Hi, this recording is part of my professional refinement episode set as part of the local intelligence series within the podcast. Today I'm presenting the bi-weekly CV applications documentation. Witam. I'll be saying a few words in Polish here and there, as this is being completed in my hometown, Wrocław, in Poland. And this is where I'm applying myself. I call it professional engagement in the vocation. I'll be presenting some maps, some paper documents, and working mostly from the browser. And I'll be showing this on screen for those tuned in visually. And I'm pretty excited about this because I think it'll show my strivings and efforts in the direction of attempting to find professional engagement within the realm of web application security testing locally, but also realistically any junior entry-level jobs that are out there perhaps to start, because I'm new here. So let's get started with the map, and I'll explain it in audio as well. So here it is. I got the title Professional Refinement CV Update 1. It won't be numerically, but the attempt will be bi-weekly here. So at the top we got 3 sections. I'm going to speak briefly about the fact that I'm continuously creating and presenting my own content around Recon of Web AppSec. And I'm querying companies and applying with my CV while actually doing current work in another field. See this yellow line here below it after that. So the actual content I'll be presenting in this episode includes desktop papers, my actual CV, folder and maps, some digital documentation, which includes the placement of my knowledge within the certification roadmap to show where I'm at, and general actions that I've been taking and on a spreadsheet. And the the maintenance of all the organization there, the physical folder, the desktop folder, browser bookmarks. And then I'll be spending a moment with certain jobs found and the CV action documentation spreadsheet. So I document, I'm going to be documenting and have started every CV I send out there, and demonstrate how I flip open the job search bookmarks I have, opening the job boards and my LinkedIn profile. So I'll be covering these things, and let's get started. Let's see, so there's no article reading in this one. I'm going to start by saying a few words. Let's see, I'll change the camera back to me here. Hi. So, general summary statement. So I've developed and presented my own digital content based on my specialization in web application security testing. So I've basically been recording episodes, as you can see. That's part of my work, professional, aspect in terms of trying to find engagement out there and participation, and throwing my own incentive and work and point of view and dimension. I'm excited to hear back from people and ready to receive feedback and interconnect. So I'm excited about that. That's part of my summary. Secondly, I've queried top companies locally. I completed a general employment search and application using top known portals this time around. So that was the intention with this report. I've applied to jobs. I think I'll be reporting on 10 of them here. And I was declined most offers. Another heading here. Currently, I work another job swinging between part-time to full-time. So all these episode recordings are beyond part to full-time job and house duties and relationships and family life and everything else that goes on in life. So I'm basically spending most of my free time trying to seek professional engagement here. The amount of hours I put into professional refinement without pay is more than the job I work for, food and for rent. Over the last 3 years, I've spent many months at seeking employment in particular in web AppSec testing. That's beyond bug bounty hunting. So let's begin with some presentations. Let's begin with actual papers. So my actual CV and cover letter I have here. I was thinking of, I could present on the other camera for a moment, but here they are, so you can see on the big screen there. So I've been applying with a 3-pager. So by the way, this is almost experimental, this first one, and my intention here is to iterate on the process, meaning almost in an agile workflow itself. So to consider any feedback I get on my application process and to ameliorate, in other words, make better next time around. So I've spent 20 years on this actually. Anyway, so I do know that a 3-pager CV is a lot of pages, but and nevertheless, there's a reason for this time. Let's see, I'm just going to flip the camera here just to show its general 3-pageness from a little bit up close here. Oh, right, so it's in Polish. Tak, profesjonalne podsumowanie. So at the top I have a title under my name. There is Konsultant do spraw bezpieczeństwa informacji. Some of the tools I use: narzędzia analityka, narzędzia do testowania aplikacji internetowych sieci, standardy, ramy, wytyczne. So I list some of the tools there that I'm competent in, and some of my previous lines of work, for example, including the current works. So I've been at it since Web 1 through Web 2 and now Web 3. And some of my schoolings, which include the CompTIA Security Plus 2023 version. And just wanted to briefly show here that I have cover letters that I've sent. So that's that. Now let's move on to, right, so I just wanted to state something about my CV here, shown on a map, that I have edited it. I had to translate to Polish. I had to prepare uploadable copy. For example, no EXIF data, metadata in there. I actually have an AI image generated there, which is me, but it's an AI generation. And a fly number, which is an alternate number. So it's not my direct cell phone line. It's a forwarding number. And other things that I use in order to obfuscate and apply OPSEC. I created and paid for that new fly number. Right, so that's just something I'd written here. So on the computer now, let's go to actual jobs and an ongoing list of everything I've done to get the job. So in the browser, I'm just going to show the, wait, where do I go here? Map, article. Right, browser, here we go. So in the browser, I'll get back to this spreadsheet with the CV applications in a moment, but I wanted to show this roadmap, which shows where we're at and where I'm applying or attempting to apply here. So I'm on the right side here at the top here. So this is a security certification roadmap by Paul Jeremy, and this is, I believe, a 2022, 2023 kind of version. He's updating it and making it JavaScript accessible and trying to connect it to job boards. But meanwhile, this is pretty awesome, I think, in general, even if it's not exact or precise. So it shows the standings of where I'm at and trying to get, or where I'm applying. I'm applying to security operations. It's the red side on the right. And I'm applying in the penetration testing section. I'm not an exploit developer, and I do find the defense side important, significant, and curious and wonderful. But there is a whole offensive side that exists. These are all the certifications you can get in it. I'm currently working on the Hack the Box Certified Penetration Testing Specialist there. No, actually the Bug Bounty Hunter just below it here. I do have a Foundational Security Plus certification. I do have programming language. I mean, the first time I learned programming languages was when JavaScript actually came out, and Java was already in a few years. So that was 25 years ago. I've been around languages for a long time. Every almost 5-10 years, I tend to read and learn another one. I mean, I was around when ActionScript came out, and I had the ActionScript Bibles and did motion graphics. It's one of the first people to develop that. But I've never actually worked at a company where I've used a programming language. So, strangely. Anyways, there's reasons for that would be expanded on in other episodes. So this is to show you that I'm applying to a real range of jobs out there, because often people are confused about ethical hacking and don't understand that it's actually a part of security. So that needed to be mentioned. Now we're going to get into actual existing job offer posts. I'm going to show I have them preloaded here. So for example, there's an EY, just checking if you can see this. Yes, junior security analyst in Wrocław, right? So I applied to this one. It's a real job, and it lists all the skills you need. In general, I thought I was definitely qualified there. I'll just leave that open. Actually, another job I applied to was Praktykant Młodszy Konsultant IT, so a younger consultant IT in audit and assurance. Right at KPMG, and it lists qualifications and the process methodology there in Polish. Right, another one is, for example, analyst at the cyber team in Poland at Deloitte. Oh, it disappeared because my session expired. That's fine. Another one I applied to was Dział Sprzedaży Rozwiązań Bezpieczeństwa IT at an unknown place, but that happened. So I just showed you 3 of the 10 to 15 that I applied to. Now let's go to the Google Sheet, just a quick scan on which so this is part of a documentation that I do. I list all the work that I do just in point form in terms of since last year here, in terms of actually applying. And I'm going to read some of that while... Right, I'll just leave this up there as I read some of the points that were most recent here. Right, so I've reorganized all my notes, sources, maps, and bookmarks. I made a map of desktop folders, browser bookmarks. Show those in a sec. Researched top Wrocław companies with IT domains, bookmarked their job boards. Made a CV application chart. Reapplied to most obvious positions based on bookmarks. Re-uploaded new Polish CV version for LinkedIn recruiters. Uploaded to transnational company profiles such as Deloitte, Accenture, etc. So that requires me to upload a CV, fill in basic forms, etc. I found HR personnel for Wrocław on LinkedIn, wrote a few notes to some of them, and asking for a general connection. They can see my CV if needed. I created a Facebook group for Wrocław IT employment seeking juniors in security, posting all the junior security jobs I find in Wrocław, after I apply to them, of course. Maintain tempo and pulse of the industry by listening to dozens of podcast episodes and reading many articles in my field. Teraz przejdę do następnej sekcji. So, another thing I'm reporting on here, I'm going to show you my physical folder with CV paperwork. Right. So just back to me here for a second. My physical folder. Okay, so let me pick that up. So here it is. So as an example, so I have physical folders too. Like this isn't all just in my head or on the computer. Inside such folders, I have many. They're organized. I've taken it out intentionally here just to quickly show. Tons of stickies, tons of sections. Okay. For example, a section is just the current sequencing of CV long-term ideas that I need to do, approaches such as using AI for CVs, which I'll be using in another episode, section for my life story, section for interviews, so I'm ready for interviews with mind maps, my CVs in English, CVs in Polish, cover letters, LinkedIn work I'm working on, certifications, and so on. This is just a folder for CV applications. I mean, that's part of the documentation. Next, paper maps. Right, I just wanted to show 2 maps. So, right, so back to the map there. So I also have maps of my actual bookmark folders. It's important to be off the computer. Sometimes it helps you really understand something, even if it's already organized in the computer. To have a general map offline is good. And my my actual desktop folder also is mapped here for a certain reason, because I can create interrelations in physical space between the different folders in that section. Oh wait, did I just not show this? Oh, right. So sometimes I just need to switch through. So here's that map and here's the other. Okay. And now let's see. The next section I wanted to show is in the browser now, actual bookmarks of my professional refinement section. Okay. So here we go. We're back in the browser. And so I'm just going to show my professional refinement. Right. It's just a folder. And in there, right, I have, for example, my applications for 2024, just for the most recent section. So, you know, I do bookmark like on a daily basis there, or every few days, which applications I've sent in. My current Wrocław folders, general cybersecurity. Original drafts, right, of my CVs, my edits, where I share with people edits in private, finals in public. So this is even Google Docs with private and public links to my CVs, cybersecurity job boards. You know, this includes top hiring companies globally, my favorites, typical, certain cities, certain countries, etc. Aspie Hackers group, all about that in my bookmarks, and freelancing bookmarks, and extra bookmarks with about 10 other folders in them, like helpful documents, and etc. So this is a huge organized aspect too, the browser bookmarks. Got to be set with those. Next, actions with my CV. So, right, so now let me show you the actions I've done with my actual CV. So it's another spreadsheet. Here it is. Is it live? It is. So you see here that there's some days, so every few days there. The position I'm applying for, including systems admin, entry internship, for example, the junior security analyst I showed, junior risk assessor, junior admin risk management specialist, analyst for cyber team, AppSec specialist, etc. Even junior executive assistant with English. Okay, and then there's the company names, and then the method I applied with, which is the CV, like what language it's in. Was there a cover letter? The email I use is just more of a technical inner thing, so I know which email to check and which to forward. Was it an internal job board or external? Did I receive a response here? Orange is the response section. There's a yes to all of them actually now. Declined is on 7 of them. And then, you know, there's 3 ongoing ones here in the green. And then as of and the date. So, right. So I'm excited to continue with this. As you see there, general actions towards professional refinement and vocational engagement here in the browser. I need to show, right. I want to show you how I animate bookmarks quickly. So, for example, I go to Wrocław, Poland job offers folder. There's many folders here. For example, there's a social media folder with just some Facebook groups where there's job listings locally. And then I'm just going to go to a folder called General IT CyberSec for Poland, and I'll show you how exciting this is actually. So when I clicked that, I believe okay, so I just click on open all 6 here, and it opens all 6. I'm just going to go to them briefly. So just join IT, for example, and here I've selected the Wrocław as the city, and you see here in the blue it says security. That's all I need to click, and it lists me all the Wrocław security jobs right away. It's pretty exciting. And then I believe I can go into more filters and look for junior in there, right? Experienced junior. Let's see if it shows me anything. This is a really good job board, right? So junior network security engineer with Python, 8,000 to 15,000 PLN, and it's fully remote. Wrocław at Kodalime is available now. So that was a quick one. Next one that opened up was solid.jobs, and here I select the city again, Wrocław. I go to security, for example, and there's nothing there right now. Okay, next one, Bulldog job. It's pre-listed. So security engineer, say Polska. There we go. Next, the protocol at IT, systems admin internship here, right? So these are the options I've listed. An assistant junior Wrocław IT admin, help desk, security trainee, and it's listing this particular one. I already applied to it. Next, Crossweb doesn't have anything, and no fluff jobs here, doesn't have anything exact out of all these typical filters. So that was exciting, and that's how fast you can load up a good job search if you have the right job boards opened up. That's just my LinkedIn that stays on there for a moment. Next, logged in job boards. Right, I'm going to show you one or two here. Logged in job boards, where are they? There's one. Session expired. Okay, maybe instead of relogging in there, or maybe. Okay, you can see in the background here that so this is just at EY, and you can see all the jobs that I've applied to. It's just 6: junior executive assistant, blah blah. OT, security intern analyst, specjalista do spraw zarządzania ryzykiem, risk associate, staff consultant, neurodiversity center of excellence, junior admin, risk management specialist. So there you go. And then it has all the other profile information there. So this is an internal profile there. Will it log me out? No. Okay. So, right. And so it shows you like the documents I've submitted, profile info. Whoops. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Next. Right. And so in the Accenture one, you have also the same thing. So, you know, these aren't easy to do, or this takes time. This is like, this takes half a day sometimes to complete one of these. I mean, you know. Okay, so, and then I just wanted to show my LinkedIn profile with the fact that, yeah, you have to upkeep that as well. And that's where I'm posting my featured articles, for example, which get a clap sometimes. Okay, so right, so that's a part of the work there. And in the browser, what else I wanted to say? Oh yeah, okay. Well, I publish. You know, I have to do some marketing, so I publish under my private key there on the NOSTR clients, such as primal.net, and you can find my account there by searching for my public key. This is in case of censorship due to security views and for control of my data through private key management. So yeah, meanwhile, I've published 15 podcast episodes with mind maps based on my articles. Right, so you can see these. So these are my articles on Medium, and then I publish like these podcast episodes, which are an audio format. There you see like a list of them on fountain.fm, which is a podcast listening station and app. And then obviously a Bitcoin Security Maps channel on YouTube, which includes the episode visually, same episodes. So that takes time. That's part of my professional engagement. Let's see now what else finally here. Continue publication of authors, right, Podhome Medium. Right, and this is, I'm using Podcasting 2.0, which is monetizable through Bitcoin. That need to be mentioned because we're approaching the end of this episode, and it's been exciting to share this with you. I hope this provided some insight on the work that I do and the work that perhaps needs to be done by anyone who applies for entry-level cybersecurity jobs and is beginning. I'm not beginning. I've actually spent a few years on this, but I'm beginning to document it because something's up, and I'm very curious about what's up, and I'm super excited to be hired soon. So hopefully there won't be too many episodes about this, but I'm going to continue doing these bi-weekly until I don't have to. So if you enjoy this, then you may offer support through the NOSTR clients I mentioned, through Fountain FM or on YouTube, and I will see you again shortly. In fact, I will see you at the meetups, perhaps. Bye for now.